Welcome to fast online tutorials for graphs and the dashboard. In this tutorial, you will learn how to set up data before you create a graph or chart, including how to create a numeric column when there isn't one in the report. To create a graph, you need data, so go to the reporting page and run the report. You need to select an x-axis and a y-axis before creating a graph, and the y-axis must be numeric. And the column I selected for the y-axis is not numeric. However, I am going to show you how to take data for a non-numeric column and make it numeric. Open the report options and then select the Advanced Options tab. You don't really want to use data for more than 3 or 4 columns. And you can select the columns you are using and clear the ones you aren't. Later in the tutorial, I will show you what happens if you don't reduce the amount of columns you use. To make a column numeric, select the group function called count, and then execute the report with the options you selected. And now we have the numeric column with the amount of employees by class. I mentioned earlier that I was going to show you an example of what can happen if you do not select specific columns for your graph. This report has a lot of columns, so many that you have to scroll to the right several times to see them. So, if I select the x-axis and the y-axis for a numeric column, and then create the graph, you can see that the graph is very wide. Wide enough that I had to scroll several times to see the entire graph. That is why, in most, but not all cases, it may be a good idea to set up data before creating your graph.